welcome to the Times of India. You're watching Global Pulse with me, Neha Khanna. Ever since the war between Israel and Hamas erupted in October 2023, following the Hamas terror attack on southern Israel, the Gaza Strip has been devastated. Tens of thousands of lives lost, entire homes destroyed, large swaths of infrastructure, including hospitals and schools, wiped out, an untold humanitarian crisis, deepening starvation and hunger, and a deep political impasse. International efforts at ceasefires, mediations, and political roadmaps have all failed so far. Can Donald Trump's Gaza peace plan work? 2 days ago, US President Donald Trump unveiled a new 20-point peace plan for Gaza in the presence of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The plan, while grabbing headlines, has also triggered intense debate over whether it's a serious effort meant to pave the path to peace or a measure that could simply prolong the war. Trump's peace plan is structured as a set of 20 points. He says if all parties accept it, then the war would immediately end and a transitional regime would govern Gaza under strict conditions. In fact, Trump has issued a stern warning to Hamas: accept the plan or pay in hell. So broadly, what does this peace plan envisage? It talks about a de-radicalized and terror-free Gaza. The plan says Gaza would be transformed into a zone that does not pose a threat to its neighbors. Hamas would have to agree to complete disarmament, and it would have no role in any future governance in Gaza. Military infrastructure, tunnels and weapons would be destroyed. There would be massive reconstruction, infrastructure renewal and humanitarian relief for the people of Gaza. If both Israel and Hamas accept the plan, hostilities would stop immediately, Israeli forces would withdraw to agreed lines, all military operations would be suspended and battle lines frozen until the conditions for full withdrawal are met. All the hostages, both deceased and alive, must be released within 72 hours. Once that happens, Israel would release a certain number of Palestinian prisoners as well as 1,700 Gazans detained since the 7th of October 2023. Members of Hamas who commit to non-violence and decommission weapons could be granted amnesty. Those wishing to leave Gaza would be given safe passage to other countries. Subsequently, Gaza would be temporarily governed by a technocratic, apolitical Palestinian committee comprising locals and international experts, overseen by a new board of peace. That board would be chaired by Donald Trump himself, and it would include figures like former British Prime Minister Tony Blair. A multinational security force comprising Arab and international partners would be deployed in Gaza to provide internal security, train a Palestinian police force, support border control and monitor compliance. Israel would gradually withdraw from Gaza, though it would maintain a security perimeter. 600 trucks of aid a day would be allowed into Gaza. Aid distribution would be undertaken by the UN and other neutral bodies. Gaza would have a special economic zone to attract investment and jobs, says the plan. There would be no forced mass relocation of Gazans. Those who leave could return later. While the plan does not guarantee immediate Palestinian statehood, it includes language that suggests that reforms, governance, progress and redevelopment could pave the way towards a possible Palestinian statehood at some point in the future. Trump, the architect of this plan, has framed the plan as a historic opportunity. He said, "We are beyond very close to peace," and he insists that Hamas is the one obstacle. Trump says if Hamas rejects his peace plan, Israel, with US support, will proceed the hard way, and Hamas will face hell. Trump has threatened that Hamas has 3 or 4 days to respond, or it will meet a sad end. He has categorically stated that in case of rejection by Hamas, Israel would have full US backing to do what it has to do. The bottom line: Hamas must accept Trump's peace plan in totality or face grave consequences. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has claimed that he has offered his support to Trump's plan, but with several reservations. His statements reveal both alignment and tensions with Trump on this issue. He says he supports moving forward, but has warned that if Hamas rejects the proposal, Israel will finish the job by itself. He insists that the plan must not cede Israeli security control and that Israel will retain a security perimeter presence even after withdrawal from Gaza. And notably, Netanyahu says Israel has not agreed to a Palestinian state. Netanyahu is vague about what exactly he means by security perimeter presence and how much of Gaza Israel would still control. He's silent on how the Transitional Governance and International Stabilization Force would operate in practice, especially with regard to sovereignty. Observers say Netanyahu's support is conditional and he appears to be keeping room for maneuver if the plan's implementation threatens what he views as Israel's security or political core interests. Will Hamas accept this proposal? It is yet to respond to the plan, which demands full disarmament of Hamas and no role in future governance of Gaza. The plan leaves ambiguous the ultimate political status of Gaza. Palestinians and their leadership may reject any arrangement that avoids real self-determination or prioritizes Israel's security prerogatives. Then there are other variables. Could other militant groups like the Islamic Jihad act as spoilers? Could Iran or Hezbollah intervene? But the most important question is this: can Trump's peace plan end the war in Gaza? Or could it end up only prolonging the military conflict that is nearing its second anniversary? Can Hamas be pressured into accepting the plan? Is Netanyahu really serious about peace? Does Trump have the best interests of the people of Gaza at heart? Or is he only furthering Israel's agenda? And can any durable peace be achieved without a guarantee of Palestinian statehood?